All right, awesome to see you all. I'm so excited that I can keep on working even though I'm traveling. So it's a pleasure to be here. Okay, as we do on Wednesdays, we start to learn from others. We're still working with the Dalai Lama book, and then we do the asana practice, the physical part of yoga, and then we end with a seated meditation. Okay, so what does Dalai Lama have to say today? Since we all have an equal right to be happy, and since we are all linked to one another, no matter how important an individual is, logically, the interest of the other 5 billion people on the planet is more important than that of one single person. By thinking along these lines, you can eventually develop a sense of global responsibility. Modern environmental problems, such as depletion of the ozone layer, also clearly show us the need for world cooperation. It seems that with development, the whole world has become much smaller, but the human consciousness is still lagging behind. And then I remember I'm going to take a picture of this text and send it to see right after class. Okay, so with that in mind, let's start the physical practice. Finding your seat, sitting up tall. And then maybe start moving your feet, lifting the heels, lifting the toes. It's so easy for the mind to travel all over the place, geographically, in time, and we kind of want the mind to come back into the body and this present moment. And one way of doing that is to move the body and notice that we're moving it. Sense it, see it, notice. So lifting the toes, lifting the heels, really feel how the toes and the heels are connecting to earth. And that's your little piece of the entire globe. And then coming to stillness, maybe bring your awareness to the 2 sitting bones. Feel the 2 sitting bones, the 2 strong sitting bones connecting to the chair. Maybe shift the weight a little bit from side to side, just to see there's the right one, there's the left one. Really feel the 2 sitting bones. And then maybe lift the shoulders a few times, lift and release, lift and release. Let the neck be long, the shoulders are wide. Maybe tuck the chin slightly. And then let the crown of the head rise up or reach up towards the sky. And then if you want to bring your awareness to your breathing, notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Maybe it sounds like waves coming in and out. Maybe imagine the breath as cooling, cleaning water or waves coming in and out. And then place your hands on your knees and then gently starting the cat-cow movement. Exhale and round the back. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale and round. And then keep on moving, following your own breathing. So the first two koshas, the breath, so the physical body and the breath are working together, cooperating, working together as a team. Just imagine if every person on this planet would work together as a team. And then find your way back to neutral. Feel the two sitting bones. Maybe shift the weight a little from side to side, and then find the balance. Equal weight on both sitting bones. Maybe bring your awareness back to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Okay, now look at your hands. Look at your beautiful hands. Look at the fingers, the hands, the nails. Just imagine how much your hands do for you. And then open and close like blinking, bubbling stars. Blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Maybe inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. If you want to, you can make like a bird beak. That's a cooling breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale through your beak, like a cooling breath. That might be useful when the heat wave comes. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Notice how your skin and your lungs are stretching. Skin and the lungs are stretching, allowing oxygen to come in to the lungs and then out into the body. So we really want those lungs to stretch and work. And then reach and then turn to the right. Let the arms go wide, look behind you. Let the fingertips move away from each other. Really straighten those elbows, look behind you. And then maybe think about, so Dalai Lama talked about cooperation or collaboration on a global level, Maybe think about how you worked with someone from a different country. I'm Swedish, you work with me. And then release. Lift the shoulder, release a few times. And then look at your hands again. Look at your hands. What if you worked globally with someone or a group or something? What would that look like? What would that look like? Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And then reach, turn to the other side, let the arms go wide. Really reach the fingertips away from each other. How far can you reach? Look behind you. How far can you reach? Can you imagine that you're hugging or reaching around the entire globe? Like hugging or reaching around the entire globe. Maybe you are the ozone layer. And then release, shake it out, lift the shoulders a few times. Okay, now Look at your fingers. Now imagine, what does I talked about global responsibility. What does that look like? What does that look like? What color does it have? And then pick the color. And then in your mind or with your fingers, draw global responsibility. What does global responsibility look like? What does it look like? And then release. And then try with your left hand. What does global responsibility look like? Pick a color and then draw it again. Try another version of global responsibility. What does that look like? And then release. Let's put the arms in cactus and then gently twist from side to side. So twisting is like gaining more perspective. So maybe you have an idea what global cooperation or global responsibility look like. Maybe is there another way of seeing it? Is there another way of seeing it that you haven't thought about before? And then reach and reach and reach. Swimming forward. Maybe there's a bit of resistance. So maybe you have to, work a little harder to move forward. Maybe there is a little bit of resistance. Okay, now let the knee and the elbow connect. Knee and elbow connect. So from a global perspective, how can you help? How can you help to global teamwork, like global cooperation? What does that look like? What can you do? Maybe can you connect with a person or a place, or what does it look like? What kind of connection can you make? And then cross the midline. Okay, and then let's try to stay there. So feet of the belly goes in and up. Find that deep inner core strength, and then connect the knee and the elbow. And then release, and then try the other side, connect the knee and the elbow, stay there. There's a part of you, part of me at least, that wants to give up. Yeah. Oh, this is just too much work. I'm just gonna give up. So breathe through that emotion. Stay a little longer. Okay, now let's try both. And then release. Okay, look at your hands again. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Now, imagine your arms as wings and your fingers as feathers. What kind of bird are you? What kind of bird are you? Now, when you've decided what bird you are, release, let the fingers or the feathers go up high, high, high. Release, allow the wings to go out wide, and then fly around the globe. Fly around the globe. What do you see? Fly around the globe. What do you see? And you can fly up and down, up and down. You can fly to the right or to the left. What do you see? What do you see? And then eventually rotate the arms forward, bring the arms behind you and hold on to those wings behind your back. And then stay there, stay there. Notice any aches or pains in your wings, shoulders, and use that breath, the cleaning, cooling, healing breath. Maybe imagine the breath as water, cleaning, cooling water. Bring that water to any part that needs healing. You are the only one who can heal you. I'm the only one who can heal me. And together, it's easier. And release. Okay, now bring the feet wide. So creating that, it looks like a triangle, but there are 4 points. There are 4 corners in the triangle. So the feet and the 2 sitting bones. Yeah, so it looks like a triangle, but there are 4 corners. With a wide and stable stance, we can go very far to one side and very far to the other side and explore sometimes we just need to go very deep into something to explore and understand it, and then come back to neutral, and then go deep into something over here, and then come back and back into neutral. Explore and learn, and then maybe start moving in other directions too. Maybe global responsibility or global cooperation can look new to you. There are new ways of looking at it. What can it look like? All right, back to neutral, and then jump the feet together into Tadasana. Okay, now look at your toes. Look at your toes. Imagine a color. Take the color, and then once again, paint global teamwork. Global teamwork. What does global teamwork look like to you? Maybe it's just this Zoom screen or this computer screen. I wonder how many nationalities we have here in the room, in the Zoom room today. There's probably a few. So this might be global teamwork. And then step out wide. Now, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. And then release the head down, let the head be heavy. You can use your elbows to keep the knees wide. Inhale, come back up. And then place that right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers, open up the toes, separately together. So we're separately together. So we're all connected so all the 5 billion people. I wonder if maybe we are more now. But let's say we are 5 billion people. We are separate in separate physical bodies, but we're still connected. What I do here has an impact on you in the US. Yeah, we're all connected. And whatever I do, that has an impact on other people. And whatever you do has an impact on me and everyone else. for good and bad. Separately, together. And then slide the knees together, whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. And remind yourself how much you love yourself. We make mistakes, we try our best, sometimes we mess up, and remember, deep inside, you love yourself. You love yourself. And then find your version of eagle. Your version of eagle. Eagle posture. Eagle posture. So what kind of eagle are you today? What kind of eagle are you today? Imagine your fingers as feathers, and then allow those feathers to reach up high, the wings to spread out wide, wide, wide. Fly out in the big, wide world, and then land on top of the next mountain. Look at your toes. Open your toes, pick a color. And then what does, maybe thinking about that, Dalai Lama talked about that everyone is connected. What does it look like that everyone on this globe is connected? Everyone is connected. What does that look like to you? Draw a picture. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Lengthen the spine. Breathe. And then release the left hand down, the right hand to the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up and push into both hands to come a little deeper into that twist. Gaining more perspective. So we think about global responsibility in one way. Can I widen my perspective? Can I see it from another way? And then release, drop the head down. Come back up, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push into both hands, look up towards the sky. And then release, let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place the left foot on the right knee. Now use your fingers to open up the toes, reminding ourselves that we are separate. We need space between each other. We don't want to be codependent. We want to be interdependent. So separately together, just like the toes and a foot, we are separate. We have different separate jobs, but we are together. We work together. And then slide together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Feel self-compassion. Maybe we tried to work on a team and we didn't succeed. We didn't do it very well. Then we'll learn and we try again. Are you willing to try again? With self-compassion, it's easier to try again. Self-compassion makes it easier to try again. Okay, now find your version of eagle. Eagle posture, seated eagle. Imagine your fingers as feathers. The feathers go up high into the sky, high. Spread the wings, spread the wings. Steers are flying, flying out in the wide, big world, and then land on top of the next mountain. Maybe bring your awareness to your breathing. Maybe just notice, how does it feel to stand there on top of the mountain? How does it feel? Connected to the other 5 billion people on this earth. Okay, release. Now, okay, so let's do some strengthening for the legs. So feet like hip distance apart, pick a number, pick 10, and then come up and then do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check it out. And then try again. Try again. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake it out. And this time, transfer the weight forward and up, and then stay up. Okay, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand and turn them over, straighten the elbows. And then a little bit of side bending. And then reach, and reach, and reach, and reach. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. And then bend the knees, bend the knees. Let the arms go. Move around. And then lifting the knee to elbow, knee to elbow. And then cross the midline. Okay, hands on your hips, position of power, position of power. Do you feel your inner power? Do you feel your inner power? And then lifting the leg out to the side, waking up the external hip. External support is nice to have, not necessary, I've heard. With enough internal support, we don't need external support, but it's nice to have. And then lean and lift, lean and lift. Breathe. And then try the other side, lean and lift, lean and lift. Breathe. Okay. And then sometimes all we need is a kick in the butt. Sometimes all we need is a kick in the butt. Just do it. Just do it. Just try something. Just try something. Okay. Now we need to push something away and then allow something else to come in. So Dalai Lama talks about that it's more important, that 5 million people are more important than me. So maybe push away my ego and then allow the peace or the success of the entire planet to come in. Okay, so maybe push away my selfish success and allow global success to come in. Let's try that. So imagine how a selfish success looks like. What does selfish success look like? Let's think about that. Open your fingers, and push that away. Push that away. We no longer need selfish success. Push it away. Push it away. It's going to try to come back in, and you're going to push it away. Push it away. And what you might need to kick it away. Kick it away. And then after a while, it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And then release your hands and allow global success. Allow global success to come in. Okay. Sun salutations. Okay, so let's start with feet. The feet hip distance apart. I prefer to start with feet hip distance apart. That gives me a little bit more balance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down the midline. That was one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was two. One more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And release. Okay, now big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Let's step back to warrior one. Inhale to chair posture. Exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Building warrior one from the ground up. Warrior one, checking things out, observing without judgment. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Place your hands in your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart. What does your heart tell you? Transfer the weight forward. Pick up that back foot. Lift the opposite hand off the chair. Reach out, reach out. And then connect and reach. Connect and reach. Maybe take the bite. And release. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. And then building warrior one from the ground up. Building warrior one from the ground up. Simply observe what's going on. Taking in the facts. Taking in the facts without judgment. We make choice later, but right now we just take in information. Remember that you are a blinking, bubbling star. Bring your awareness to heart space. Allow your heart to lead you. What does your heart tell you? And then transfer the weight, pick up the back foot, pick up the opposite hand, reach away, and connect. Reach and connect. Reach and connect. Reach, maybe take the bite. And then bring the feet back together. Okay, stepping back to warrior two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. What mistakes did you make in the past? What mistakes did you make in the past? And then coming back to warrior two, what can I learn? What can you learn from those mistakes? And then plan better for the future. Planning better for the future. And then back to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, release the hand downward to the chair for Trikonasana. Maybe let the gaze go up towards the sky. Maybe let the arm go up too. Arm comes down, gaze comes down, and then find your way back to warrior two for a moment. Hands on the chair, and then kick up that back foot, look at the toes. Maybe let the same hand come off too. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. And then coming back to neutral. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic half, finding warrior two. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Remember some of the mistakes you made. Remember some of the mistakes you made. And then come back to the present moment. What can you learn? What can you learn from them? And then how can you prepare better for the future? And then find your way back to warrior two for a moment. Hands on the chair, pick up that back foot, look at the toes. And then maybe let the same hand come off the chair. And then bring the feet back together, bend the knees and come back up to standing. All right, tree posture. Starting in mountain, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Tall, stable, steady as a mountain. Transfer the weight to the left, the right heel comes off. And that internal support gives you stay tall, This might be your tree today. If you want to, you can start to explore different kinds of trees. And then eventually finding your way back to mountain. Maybe imagine how you're standing on your little place on the earth. Imagine how your feet and the roots and the toes are going around the entire globe, and around the entire globe. Transit way to the right, left heel comes off. And then finding your version of tree posture. And then finding your way back to mountain. Okay, now toes are wide. Spread those toes. Spread those toes. The feet are a little wider than your hips. And then release the knees down. The knees down. So the knees are the same width as the hips. So once again, we have that triangle shape with 4 corners. It's a kind of a triangle shape with 4 corners. Okay, now look at your thumb. Pick a color, pick the color, and then draw 3 big circles. 1, 2, 3. And this time maybe paint the heel, and then back. Now look at your left thumb. Pick a color. Draw 3, 2, 1, and then paint the heel, and then back to neutral. This time look at both thumbs. Pick a color. 3, 2, 1, and then place your hands in your back pockets. Let the elbows move towards each other. Allow the shoulders to widen and the heart to open up. What does your heart tell you? And release. And then bring the knees wide, big toes to touch and knees wide, and finding a child's posture for a few moments. Inhale, come back up. Clasp the hands, creating that triangle with 4 corners. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lean into your support, and come up to dolphin posture. Armpits are moving towards your legs. And then bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, so let's get ready for the seated meditation. I'm going to read the words from Dalai Lama again. Okay, since we all have an equal right to be happy, and since we are all linked to one another, no matter how important an individual is, logically, the interest of the other 5 billion people on the planet is more important than that of one single person. By thinking along these lines, you can eventually develop a sense of global responsibility. Modern environmental problems, such as depletion of the ozone layer, also clearly show us the need for world cooperation. It seems that with the development, the whole world has become much smaller, but the human consciousness is still lagging behind. Okay, now we have about 10 minutes of seated meditation, thinking about, so the world has become much smaller, but the human consciousness is still lagging behind. So how can we change that? How can we change that? Sitting up tall, find the feet, sitting bones, shoulders are wide, maybe tuck the chin a little bit. Imagine how someone is kind of pulling your hair up, being tall. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And then allowing for divine guidance. 10 minutes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in, let it go. If you want to, place your hands in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands. Maybe bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together. Namaste.